Hello guys and welcome to today's video, and today I'm going to be talking about, is Black Ops 6 Season 3 update worth it? Because yes, we're at that time of the year where it's make or break for Call of Duty, and this update, Black Ops 6 Season 3 update, does come across as that big update to either get everyone back and playing Black Ops 6 or also keep the people who are playing Black Ops 6 to continue to keep playing Black Ops 6. And I want you guys to let me know down below your thoughts and opinions, what you think of the Black Ops 6 Season 3 update. I'm going to be leaving my thoughts obviously in today's video, but you guys let me know down below, what are your thoughts? Do you think this is a good update? Do you think this is a bad update? Is this going to keep you playing Black Ops 6? Has this brought you back to playing Black Ops 6? Let me know down below. But I want to talk about my thoughts and opinions, and you guys let me know down below whether or not I'm being harsh or whether I'm like kind of correct with what I'm saying. But let's get into it. Let's talk about the Black Ops 6 Season 3 update. And out the gate, I'm going to say I think this is a good update. I do think this is a good update. However, I do have some negatives from it, which I don't think this does the job that it was supposed to do, which is, I think this is a good update for Black Ops 6. I think this tackled a lot of issues that were going with Black Ops 6. It also freshened the game up a bit, made it more interesting. Obviously, there's the big Verdansk update for Call of Duty Warzone, which I know a lot of people are enjoying. I know that's only it's not even actually a brand new map. It's just bringing back the old map. Kind of one of the things that I'm going to go with for this update that was kind of one of those bad takeaways, really. There's a lot of the good things from this update are things from older Call of Duty games, you know, this kind of modern warfareized Black Ops 6, if that's a way of saying it. And I'll talk about what I mean by that more in a second. But I do think this is a good update. Obviously, the crossplay settings came in. I did say this was something I thought would happen when they started doing it for rank play. This has now come into multiplayer. It has not come to Call of Duty Warzone, but I wouldn't be shocked if that happens in the near future. But I do believe this is more to do with the fact that they can't stop cheating. They have done things to try and prevent cheating, but they clearly are not doing a good job of stopping it, and they've recognized this, and they've realized that players at least want the option to get away from cheaters. Now, it doesn't solve it completely. Obviously, there are Cronus users, there are people who can actually use hacks on console, but it's such a minority with those like wall hacks and stuff that you're not going to notice as much. And Cronus users are nowhere near as bad as facing blatant wall hacks, you know, aimbot users, etc. So this went in the step of the right direction to dealing with cheaters. However, it's not obviously actually fixing cheaters. It's more so that we as players can now avoid the cheaters and get away from that. But I will say that is something that is broken with this update, though. The crossplay settings are there, they're in the game. It does work, but it does reset after every game, every so often. So be warned of that. I did make a video telling you guys how you can do it, but the setting does reset back to default sometimes and turns back on your crossplay, or turns it from off to console only. It's very weird, it's very buggy at the moment, so hopefully Treyarch fixes that. But there were very few issues with this update as well. At least I found myself. Some of you guys did put on the day of the update that you couldn't actually find the update. That then got fixed. It was something to do with Xbox not actually displaying the update for people. So I wouldn't put that more on Treyarch and Activision side. I'd say that's more of an Xbox issue. For some reason, wasn't displaying the update. I know some people on Battle.net also couldn't access the game for I believe, at like the first hour or two. But actual like issues that have stayed with the game, not too many, nothing too game breaking that I've noticed, unless I've missed it and it's just not happened to me. You guys let me know down below. I would say the connections haven't been the best. That is my honest opinion so far, but it is an update, it is new. Obviously, I feel like there are, well, I haven't got any stats to prove this yet, I haven't really checked, but it does feel like a lot more people have come back to Black Ops 6 because of this update. Sort of like the typical thing that happens with a brand new seasonal update, that more people come back, play the initial week so far, and then the numbers die down a little bit, and then we get the actual numbers of people who are sticking around to continue to play Black Ops 6 and obviously Call of Duty Warzone. But it does feel a little bit laggy at times. The connections aren't the greatest, but that is something that does typically happen after one of these updates. But overall, I think it's a solid update. But is this an update that brings people back to Black Ops 6? Is this an update that brings people back to playing Call of Duty Warzone? I can't say it is. This didn't come across as the big update that would really did massively overhaul and fix Call of Duty and make it more of a game for people to play. The only thing I think this update did well is entice people to keep playing. Obviously, there's fresh content, there's stuff to always grind for again, which was something that was really sucked this past month. I personally wasn't enjoying Black Ops 6 that much because it was so boring. There was nothing to do. The events weren't interesting. I'm hoping the events this season are a lot more interesting than what they were last season. But to entice people to come back and play Call of Duty, which is what this update is supposed to have done, you know, with the big things that it's done with cheating, the crossplay settings, bringing back Call of Duty Warzone, firing range, for instance, the Graw, so much fresh new content. It doesn't come across as an update that would keep people around playing and keep people want people to come back and play Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty Warzone? I don't think so anyway. Maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe I'm being a bit overly critical. You guys let me know down below. But would you come back and play Black Ops 6 based off of this update? Would you come back because of the fact of Verdansk and Call of Duty Warzone? Let me know down below. And let me know down if you're one of those, if you are one of those people who has come back because of this update. And let me know what you think so far of the update. But my big gripe is a lot of the content that is good this season. Obviously, as you're seeing in the background, we've got this Gruel, which most people are going to be using because it's massively overpowered. Obviously, that is a, a conversion kit, basically, for the SWAT 556, which you have to unlock through the Battle Pass. You've then got the Kilo, which you unlock through just opening Call of Duty Warzone, which would be quite annoying for some of you if you don't have Warzone installed. You'd have to install it to then access Call of Duty Warzone just to get the Kilo 141, so it's a little bit annoying. And then you got the AMAX and you got the HDR sniper rifle. But when you talk about all this content and the firing range as well, a quote-unquote brand new map for Black Ops 6, all of this content is old content. It is reused content when you really think about it. You know, the Call of Duty Verdansk map, obviously, that's a big project in itself, bringing it back, but it is an old map. None of this stuff is actually new. It's just new to Black Ops 6. It's new to Call of Duty Warzone for this year. And it's fresh, it's nice, it's not like it's bad stuff. Like, we all wanted to use the Gruel, we've all wanted to use the CRA Max, but it also modern warfarized Black Ops 6. Now, when I say that, I mean, this is Black Ops 6, right? This is a Treyarch game, right? This is supposed to be all about, say, the VMP, the MSMC, the MAA1, things that fit the Black Ops series, but we've just added everything from MW 2019 because of Call of Duty Warzone, right? The only thing that was fresh, you know, which is Black Ops, is firing range, right? And that's cool. You know, I'm glad that we've got a nice little map in the game. The other maps aren't even that bad. They're okay. They're not incredible, though. They're not world-renowned. They're not exactly going to be names that you remember. They're just okay maps that fit the game, you know. And you're going to play them, and then when they're taken out of the rotation, you're not going to play them. You're probably not going to care too much that they're not in the game. But the actual content is all modern warfarized content. This doesn't fit the Black Ops series. And I know people are probably there's always going to be this big debate of like, well, why should there be like sort of shackles onto what they can add to a Call of Duty game? I get that. Obviously, you know, it makes it harder to make things for a game if you have to keep doing things based off of the fact that it's a Black Ops game and it's a Treyarch title, so you can't add this and you can't add that. But I feel like we've always stuck with that. I've always liked that, you know, Nuketown and that has belonged in a Treyarch game. Like, imagine a Nuketown appearing in like MW4. Like, it's not going to make a lot of sense, is it? So why is it acceptable this year for, like, the, for instance, the Gruel, which, okay, it worked a little bit. You used the SWAT 556, and they just gave it the iron sights, essentially changed a few things around to make it the Gruel on the SWAT 556. But the CR AMAX, the HDR sniper, they're all modern warfare weapons appearing in Black Ops 6. And it's just not new stuff, is it? It's quite worrying that we're all excited for this update, but in the future, this might be a precedent they set where they just go, okay, well, we're going to give you an old map again. We're going to give you another old weapon. We're going to give you nothing fresh, nothing new. We're just going to reuse content because people want that. And don't get me wrong, it's nice to use. It's nice to play around with. I like that there's fresh new stuff to use, but it's not actually fresh and it's not actually new. So how long is this going to last? I don't know. But you guys, let me know down below, what do you think of the Season 3 update? Do you think it's a good update? Do you think it's an update that's just going to bring people back to Black Ops 6? And do you think it's an update that has brought a load of people back to Call of Duty Warzone? Let me know down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.